Sorry, I accidentally turned off the stream instead of unmuting myself. Hopefully you're all back now. Just froze for a second? Okay. I don't know what that's going to do to the VOD, unfortunately. But that's fine. Maybe I can fix that. Yeah, I guess I'm still... I guess this is a sort of conversation we can have on Discord, but I'm still a little bit confused about what you're asking about, because if you're asking about black-white energy with Vile and Baelmerk, then isn't that just D&T? Like, those are D&T cards. Like, I don't think Vile is very good with 1-drops. Right? Vile is best with 3 and 5 drops. But at that point, you're just playing D&T, right? You're just playing Recruiters and Solitudes and Yorion. That's D&T. I definitely see this as... Like, it's a much of a muchness, but I see this deck list as... Death and Taxes with an energy package in it of dubious utility rather than energy with vials. I don't know if that would be different. I don't know what that would look like. Yeah, but you're talking about playing Overlord of the Baelmerk. That's not an aggro card either. Stoneforge and Recruiter aren't aggro cards, but... What would you play instead? Starfield Shepherd, not an aggro card. Starfield Shepherd's like the world's worst recruiter, except it can also get you a planes, which is pretty busted, actually. But, like... Stoneforge and Recruiter are aggro cards in this deck because you can get pre-war Formware and Bombardiers with them. but yeah, they're grindy cards. This is a grindy deck. You can't play a Yorion deck and be like, I don't want to grind, because then it's like, why are you playing Yorion? If you're going to play Yorion, it's because you want to spend 8 mana putting a 4/5 that blinks your team into play. So you need to have like a reason to do that. Otherwise, you should just play 60. And if you think that the black-white deck does not have a good enough endgame in 60, the good news is, I agree with you. I also think that the black-white deck does not have a good enough endgame in 60. That's why I don't play black-white energy. I play red-white energy. Because Sand Scout and Lazartep Quarry are really good. Joel's double queued. L. By themselves, Gigantha is better than Yorion. Gigantha has 5 power. I've literally beaten D&T by attacking my Gigantha into their Yorion and they can't block. So, like, unless you're going to play stuff to support Yorion, Gigantha is just better. It's 5/5. Watch me get wastelanded out of the game here. Try the red-white deck. Honestly, just try the red-white energy deck. It's really good. You don't need Thoughtseize. Okay, fair enough. You tried it and you prefer black-white. That's fair enough. We got owned by Therapy. Who's playing Therapy? What's going on? Why is my blue-black opponent playing Therapy? They're obviously playing their Vintage Cube match. I would like to draw a Johnny here. We've got to whitelist it. Okay, well that was annoying. I'm not sure how good Deafening Silence is here. I guess it's probably fine because they probably have hands where they have to show and tell into Omniscience and then cantrip. But if it's this blue-black thing, they played 4 Emrakuls, so Deafening Silence is not that good. I don't think Priest is any good because I just don't think that Joe is going to try and show and tell in an Emrakul because I have so much removal for Emrakul. I've got 4 Caracas in my deck. I think we'll try it like this. Check out this 24 1-drops. I could also... It's probable that I want 1 animals in my deck just so that I can kill an Omniscience that's in play. But I have Blast for that. I'm going to keep this because it has Blast. And then I'm going to lose to Keen Duelist. That's fine. Oh no, I have Swords. I'm all good. We could start singing some carols again. The first Joel. Do 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 do. Joel, 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 Joel. He is the king of show and tell. Took the swords. Interesting. Well. Well. I want to get Tomb Show and Tell with a Pyroblast in my hand, so I don't really want to play Cry though. I think I'm going to play the guide. I'm going to keep holding up this Pyroblast like an idiot. Joel. Yeah, that works too. What the? Limdal's Vault? Keen Duelist. Okay, we have the Duelist. Duelist has landed. I mean, this card is pretty scary. That's a good draw. It's like if I tap out of Pyroblast, I'm going to get Show and Told. If I don't tap out of Pyroblast, it just doesn't play Show and Tell. I guess I'm definitely playing this, and the question is, do I play the Pride afterwards? I really, really want to. It's so bad for my clock not to play the Pride, but I'm just going to look so stupid if I get Show and Told. But it's also possible for the Pyroblast to do nothing, because they could just have a Force. I also want to start gaining as much life as possible, because I can't remove this Duelist at the moment, so I just need to gain some life. I don't know if this is correct. I'm going to do it. I just feel like I'm going to get outplayed all game if I try and hold up Pyroblast. I can't attack. I don't know. Is this stupid? It's probably stupid. It's literally a Show and Tell deck. I also could have Pyroblasted that to stop myself from taking 15 here. Okay, so I take 15, you take 1. I probably take a good sight more damage next turn because you brainstormed, so you also know the top card still. No attacks, okay. Okay, well that's a removal spell. If I want to tap out Pyroblast again. This is the problem, you see. You have to tap out Pyroblast every turn. I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm just very likely to die to this Duelist if I don't remove it. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm wondering whether to play the Caracas. I don't think there's much point in playing the Caracas. But opponent has 6 cards in hand. They're probably about to resolve a Limdal's Vault. I don't think I'm winning this game. Show and tell. No, just scaring us. Just scaring us. Okay, Baragoyf is totally fine. I have no issue with Baragoyf whatsoever. That's fine. So I have 5. I just have lethal, right? Yeah, I have lethal. Well, if this resolves, I have lethal. Ah, now it resolves. Cool. Okay, we got there in game 2. Looks like. Let's go for haste. And then we just attack like this. Flying on this. This is 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then chuck something. Yeah, it has menace. It has menace. Unfortunately. Yep. I actually could have attacked with these two and then just sacked the one that got blocked. But anyway. Okay. Bringing in Baragoyf, I think is a terrible idea, by the way. I don't think there's any reason to bring in Baragoyf against the Sword Splash Head deck. FYI. I don't think I saw anything that makes me want to change my sideboarding. I mean, this is like Chainsaw kills Duelist, but it doesn't kill. The thing about swords is that it also kills Archon. I think they play Archon. And Vesuvian Drifter, actually. Vesuvian Drifter is a 2/4. Chainsaw doesn't kill it. Yeah, it doesn't have enough targets. We'll try this again. I'm really not sure about these Deafening Silences. They seem super medium. But I can't really see myself wanting anything else. You can at least, with these Show and Tell Omniscience builds, you can at least ambush them by putting the Deafening Silence in when they're planning to cantrip off the Show and Tell, or cantrip off the Omniscience. And that gives you an extra turn or two. But other than that, this Skyclave is pretty bad as well, huh? I'm wondering whether Magus is probably bad, because they have Lorien. I mean, this hand sucks, right? But am I really gonna... What am I gonna mult to here? I'm gonna mult a Blast? I probably need to mult Swords, because the Duelist kill is the most consistent. I think I would keep this on the play, and I think I mull it on the draw, because the Bombardiers is a turn too slow to kill the Duelist. It's tempting, though. It's like... It's pretty fast overall in terms of how quickly it finishes the game. But I think I will need to interact here. And I think this is going to have to be good enough. I'm not sure it is good enough, but I think it's going to have to be. I think I'm going to get rid of the Shepherd, even though it's a white card. Well... Actually, it represents a plan with Ocelot Pride. So what happens if I bottom the planes? I go Caracas Vial. Next turn. Deafening Silence, Parlor, Violin Pride, untap. Yeah, okay. Problem is we don't have a removal for Duelist. Our mono removal deck does not have a removal for Duelist. probably take Vile here or Pride. Don't think they care about Deafening Silence, especially after they know about it. I do not think that is a concern for them. I took the Pride. Well, yeah, I'll play my cards. They're not very good cards, but I will play them. Thank you, Jibsel, Megaflippo1, and Mangork for the follows. Appreciate those. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Opponent topped, which is terrible news for us. Probably getting therapied. What's Thought Seized again? Getting therapied. Probably name Shepherd. Again, I just don't think they care about silence. Yeah. I think we're probably about to die to show and tell, unfortunately. Blue-black show and tell, not really on my radar. Blue-green show and tell, definitely silence very good against that deck because they run like one Emrakul, so they have to cantrip into it. So definitely silence just pretty much completely screws them. I think I have to keep this. I think I need removal. If their plan, if by some miracle they don't have show and tell here, they're going to play a duelist instead, and then I'm going to want to be able to remove that. Or they just have infinite Thought Seizers. I mean, they have to have their last three cards to actually die here. Their last three cards have to be show and tell, Omniscience, Emrakul. And they haven't resolved any cantrips, so that will be pretty... Oh yeah, that's fine. So here, if they have Force, we're in trouble. If they don't have Force, we're not in trouble. Is there any point in waiting? Well, we're kind of still in trouble because we have no pressure against the show and tell deck, but... Just gonna do it. He did not have Force. Okay. So, I could have bought Yorion here to pitch the Solitude instead. I decided I was more likely to want the Yorion than the Deafening Silence. That may have been incorrect. Okay, so there's a duel list. They know what's on top. It's probably bad news. Alpala. I guess I'm keeping that on top. I really need like a recruiter instead, or a... No, I guess I'm keeping that on top. With a Caracas in play, it represents like a reasonable amount of damage over time. I'm going to play it so then I can Caracas Violet later. And we will see what they are going to hit. Probably an Emrakul, if I had to guess. Ooh, okay, that's very bad. That means we're definitely getting hit for 15. And then probably dying the turn after if we don't draw anything. So we've looked at the top 10. Now they're looking at top 15. Do you stop when you just hit Emrakul, or do you need to hit like two big? You need to hit two big cards, yeah. So they hit what they wanted. They can just stack like Emrakul and then something else large. I'm not gonna be able to gain enough life, or I just need to top deck a way to kill the duelist, I guess. This is the main thing. Maybe this is a reason to keep the Stoneforge package over Deafening Silence, because Stoneforge gives you 5 outs, 5 extra outs to duelist in a situation like this, which is pretty major, actually. Okay. So we got Emrakul, we drew a Vial, we drew a third Vial. You have a fetch land. So I really do need removal. Oh, I didn't Vial. I was supposed to Vial. And keep these like this. Huh, that doesn't help me. That would have helped me against the Limdu's Vault, but it doesn't help me here. I probably should have kept it up anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I was winning this match. Maybe I could have done. Yeah, see, I should have kept it up, because if they now cast another Limdu's Vault or a Brainstorm, I should have Blast up. Yeah, so that's just a massive punt, because I should have Blast up for this. This is guaranteed lethal now. Yeah, very bad, very bad. I was just autopiloting on when I tap my mana. I'm just not thinking. I was hyperfixating on a way to remove this because I thought I was just dead. But there's a possibility that I blast this and they just draw a land on duelist and I draw a removal spell and we take the game from there, and now we just die. I guess I will give them the satisfaction of doing the reveal. So yeah, that was a big punt, unfortunately. Yeah, it's a shame, because we may have been able to get something going here. We may have just died anyway, but yeah. All right. Back in a minute. Take a quick break. Okay, I'm back. Ready for round 3. I actually think we fumbled that match quite badly. Obviously the punt with the Pyroblast, but also I think we misboarded. The Deafening Silence is not useful there because they had specifically a 4 Emrakul deck. I don't like this hand. Which makes Deafening Silence like really bad in comparison to the like 1 Emrakul 4 stuck up decks. So we should have kept in some of the Stoneforge package instead, which would have given us more outs to Duelist, which is what we lost to. We actually got quite unlucky in game 1 because we were both low on resources pretty far ahead, and their last 3 cards were like Show and Tell, Omniscience, Emrakul, but I'm not sure how much of it they set up with their cantrips, so I can't complain too much. This is not a good hand, but I'm going to keep it rather than go to 6. But yeah, I think that second match was definitely within our grasp. If we had played and boarded a bit more tightly, but it's not a common matchup, so I'm not gonna beat myself up about it too much. Opponent mulled to 5. They are on Oops all spells. But again, not a good matchup. It's a Summoner's Pack list. Okay. Lively Dirge. Just like Nathan's list. Okay, well here I do like Deafening Silence. I like Mindbreak Trap. I like Pyroblast because of Memory's Journey. I like Fairy Macabre. I like Grafdigger's Cage. You know what? Let's just bring in the whole sideboard. This can come out. I like Stoneforge because of Sash. Check out a formal. Just check out both formal layers. We'll probably take out Starfield Shepherd. Don't really need that going on. What does Felia do? Nothing? Nothing. Shave 1 Stoneforge, because I've only got 2 equipment. And then we're keeping in Sword Solitude, which I think is correct. Let's try that. Oh, this hand is not good, but I don't think I can mulligan it, can I? It's aggressive. It has a Solitude, which does something. It has a Fairy, which does something. They have exactly 2 Narcomoebas in the list, which means Fairy is better than it otherwise would be, because they need extra mana. It has no answer to Belcher. I don't think you can mull. I don't think my deck is good enough in the matchup to mull this. But I think it's pretty close to a mull. I'm mostly interested in like the fact that it has a fast clock with 2 Prides and a Guide of Souls. Okay, well they're going for it. Whatever they're doing now. So if they don't have a discard spell here, we might just win because they probably can't MJ Well, they can MJ, but they can't win after, right? Yeah, they're just gonna dirge. Yeah, they're just going for it. So the fairy actually gets here, I think. Although maybe not, actually. Oh, they have 3 knockout movers? Because they're going to die on their upkeep to their pack triggers. They have an Oracle. And a Dread Return. Do they have anything else to get? This is cool. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to wait, right? They'd have to have second Oracle or something. I don't know. Let's get rid of these. Maybe I've misplayed somehow. Because you can MJ, but what do you MJ? You just losing your upkeep. Because you had to double pact. You get me? Like, you can't Dread Return a Disciple to draw into something. Oracle Petal Petal, but you already pacted, brother. That's not going to work. You can't build a pile when you already pacted. I guess I could have Solituded to clear out Bridge. It doesn't matter, they're dead. Unless they have some way of making 8 mana that I'm not aware of. Name Deafening Silence. Sure. Pass the turn, put 2 pack triggers on the stack. In paper, they may have been able to get away with this. In online, no. This is actually pretty bad without Shepherd, huh? If we do something like this. Try that. Well, we have the fairy. I don't think that's going to work twice, though. They mulled to 6. Again, I just don't think I'm allowed to mull. I genuinely don't think I'm allowed to mull. I have turn 0 interaction, which I have 2 pieces of in my deck. And I'm on the draw, and if I draw a red source, this hand is actually good. Okay. Red source, please. That's not a red source. Do I hold up swords? Does it do anything to hold up swords? No. Now, I kept 7, so it's pretty obvious I have fairy now. So it's almost trivial for them to play around fairy here. Okay. Red source? Oh, it's like the worst land in my deck! God, those draws were brutal. Bombardiers into Caracas? Absolutely brutal. Holy cow. Well, this Telegraph's a strong hand because it's a hand that doesn't have any mana. But, yeah. Not great. Okay, so they're going for it now. No, they're just playing a Poxwalkers. Red source. Okay. Okay. We might have something doing here. I could swords this thing. I don't think I need to. I think I'm gonna do one of these. Yeah. Flip. Zero and then plus next turn. Could have played an Ajani there. I think I'd rather have the blast up. They're not doing anything. Well, that's pretty good. That means I have lethal next turn, right? I have to tap out of swords. I don't think that's going to be a problem, but I could definitely eat those words. Maybe I should have checked whether this was lethal next turn anyway. It probably was lethal next turn anyway, so I probably didn't need to play the Pride. Probably shouldn't have tapped out of swords there. Because this is... Yeah, this is definitely lethal next turn without the Pride, so that's a punt. Yeah, playing second Pride there is a punt. I should hold up swords just in case it's relevant. Because sometimes you can, like, swords a Narcomoeba with a Narcomoeba trigger on the stack, and it's relevant. So, yeah, that was a bit of a punt. We'll see if we get punished for it here. Alright. We beat Oops. That is kind of what has to happen to beat Oops. They have to spend at least one game doing absolutely nothing. But they spend a reasonable number of games doing absolutely nothing, especially in comparison to most decks. I've definitely had a lot of those kind of games against Oops, put it that way. So, one of the things I'm meaning to revisit is this deck. The Green Machine deck. This version is not correct. This isn't the version I want to work from. I must have deleted the version I want to work from. Let me find Faulted Forms list. You know what? I can reconstruct. I can reconstruct what I want. So... what I want is I want Mole Machine. That's what I want to call it. So basically this is Green Machine, but with 8 cubs in it. So you play 4 of these. Play 4 of these. Bad boys. You play Tifa. Where is Tifa? There she is. Play Tifa. You play Crop Rotation. You play 4 Green Suns. And then you play, I think you want exactly 4 Hierarchs. For the Mana Acceleration and the Exalted. I think Exalted's pretty good. I think they're Nobles because... why are they Nobles? Why would they be Nobles instead of Ignobles? I don't remember. There was a reason I wanted Nobles. You Dryad Arbor. And then you can play like... I mean, this is the core. Let's have a look at what Faulty Form is doing. I basically wanted to take out all the like combat tricks that weren't crop rotation, because I think they make you slightly more vulnerable to stuff. Yeah. Elvish Reclaimer, of course. Elvish Reclaimer is a good card. And then maybe a couple of bills. I had Wat in here. I had Fungus the Safekeeper. Safekeeper I think is pretty good. Just as a one-off. I don't know about Fungus. I guess it technically puts a land into play. It's technically like a combo piece. It's also just like a fine card to Zenith for toolbox. Okay, and then you basically just want a whole bunch of fetch lands. Probably want 2 forests. Something like 2 forests. No, I don't want gross forests though. Okay. You play these. I think you do play the depths just because it's very low impact for pretty high upside. So you play a depths and you play a stage. I think you play a step and a gates. And probably a deeps too. I think echoing deeps is fine. Play Talon Gates. Bog, of course. Can't forget about the bog. Yamamaya seems fine, fairly low impact. Caracas. So you get kind of a free white splash. So you can put like Galactique in the sideboard if you want. I don't hate that. TBH. Ghost Quarter I think is correct over Wasteland. And then you want some number of Passeju, probably at least 2. And this is 9. I think you want at least 8 fetches. So I'll need more fetchables. So, Misty, Rainforest. Wooded Foothills. Yeah, I think you can play like a Lush Portico. Maybe a Savannah. In terms of white sources, you would have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so you put 1 Savannah in, I think. And then... what else did I have in here? How many fetches is this? 4, 6, 8. Yeah, that's about right. So what's the last play set of cards then? I'm sure I put something in the first version of this. I just lost the deck list. I must have deleted the deck list. I wonder if it's in my Stream Decker actually. Because that is another place where... ooh, look, Lean Green Machine. Because this is the one I streamed. Yeah, so I played 4 Rumble, which... oh, and I originally had a Urza Saga... had an Urza Saga package in here. That's nuts. Okay, so I think what you want is like tutor... I need more lands, first of all. And I need more, play another Boseiju. Boseiju's just good. And I think you want a couple of tutor targets. You want, like, Ice Chill. You could also play a Cradle in here. It's probably bad to play a Cradle in here, but I don't hate it. Yeah, let's play 1 Cradle. Probably over this Boseiju, maybe. Because then you can just start Zenithing for a lot, if you want to. And start activating Bill. So you play an Explorer. And I think you play a main deck Baloth as well. And then you could play a main deck. I think I like Endurance. You could play a main deck Oof. I think I'll put the Oof in the sideboard. Okay, so you go Collector Oof in the sideboard, Gaddock Teague in the sideboard. It's worth looking at one of those Japanese lists as well, actually. Like a lot of the sort of Maverick style cub lists have been doing well. Because those are green-black, but I feel like you want to kind of do the same thing in mono-green. So they're playing Nantuko, which also seems very good. And no, this isn't quite the right thing. There's a Toxicrene. Yeah, these are all natural order versions, which I don't necessarily like. This one. This is the second place one from... yeah, I don't know how good Plow is, to be honest. Like, it seems fine, but... it's not really on plan, whereas... like, it's pretty high impact. Oh, Keen-Eye Curator. That is better than Endurance in the main deck, I think. Or maybe one of these lands. Something like that. Keen-Eye Curator is a good card. They have a birds. There's 1 crop rotation here as well. Nature's Rhythm. Don't really want that. Oh, Once Upon a Time. Yeah, okay, so... should play Once Upon a Time. Green sources. 8, 9... 10, 11, 12, 13. That's pretty minimal already. With 3 Once Upon a Time. Can probably go down to 12. Maybe. Get rid of this Endurance. 1, 2, 3. You can play 21 card special, or you can cut the Baloth and just bring that in specifically against ring decks. Don't mind that. No, it's actually a pretty good main deck, though. I think you want one of Ghost Quarter instead of Wasteland, Colin Smollen. The idea behind Badgermole in this deck is generally you're putting it on a fetch land in order to get an extra Tifa trigger on your kill turn. No, the Reliquary, no. That is not what we're doing here. We're not doing that with Reliquary stuff. That is too slow. The idea is that you win on turn 3, right? You go turn 1 Hierarch or Zenith for Arbor, turn 2 Tifa, and then turn 3 like Cub, make 3 land drops, kill you. So you're trying to kill on turn 3. So Knight is not part of that plan. Obviously this isn't as consistent as Patrick's list of killing on turn 3, but it's supposed to be safer because you have more like redundancy. You have a plan B after they kill your Tifa, basically. That's the idea. What else? Alpha Deathclaw. That is a good card. So this seems okay. I'm not sure it quite works. Kind of want the Baloth main. Maybe cut the Fungus. I like the idea of this being just actually killing your opponent though with the 3rd mode. Yeah. So Force of Vigor is necessary in the sideboard, I think. At least 2 copies. I actually think Tower of the Magistrate is the real deal because you want to be able to swing through artifacts with your Tifa. Like Saka tokens and stuff. And then it's a question of whether you do add swords to the sideboard. I really don't like the idea of adding swords to the sideboard. Swords is pretty... to be honest. You can play Legolas as Swift Reflexes. Very reasonable sideboard card in this deck. I think you want Endurance for, like, oops stuff. Put maybe 3 of those. How many white sources? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Huh. I'm playing as many white sources as green sources. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, I put Savannah in. And I have 4 more. Okay, so it is easy to play swords. So I probably should. Play 3 copies, I think. And then, what did I have in this sideboard? Veil of Summer. Veil of Summer is a good card. Yeah, I like Veil. Because there's a lot of fatal pushes around. And your Scythecat Cubs don't really care about red removal because they get so big, but black removal still kills them. So you play Veil. Okay, it's done. It's perfect. It's ready to crush. Provided 12 is enough initial green sources with Once Upon a Time, which it probably is not. How many have I got here? Many more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, okay, a lot more. So I should probably make some space. Did I put a Yavimaya in? Okay, there should be a Yavimaya. Add a Yavimaya. Cut a bill. Could also just cut depth stage. It's so good there. Cut the cradle. It's good with Badgermore. No, I think I'd try that and see how many times I got mana screwed. So what do I need to build this deck? Just the Badgermoles? Looks like it. Alright, well maybe that'll be something to try in January. I'm just going to pop out for a second, and I'll be back for round 4. I am back. Ready to play round 4. Joel is 3-0. Running the tables with the blue-black show and tell deck. Shutai is out, so that's one less oops player to worry about. Tom's out, sad. So where am I at on this red-white deck that we're playing today? Is there legitimately any reason to play this over 60-card red-white energy? I'm not sure there is. I guess if you were exclusively going to play against, like, Death and Taxes, or like Days Wasteland based decks, even then it's like this Bombardier's card's pretty clumsy against Days Wasteland decks, whereas the curve in 60 card just tops out at 2. This thing, I'm not sure you actually improve any of your matchups by playing 80. I think you just make I think you make a lot of matchups much worse. And I'm not sure you actually make any matchups better. It's just really hard to compete with this, how powerful and lean this deck is. And this isn't even the consensus version, because people don't like it as much as I do. People play this. This is like the consensus version. And it's very good. So yeah, I don't think there's any real reason to play this deck, except fun, which is a good reason. I guess having access to Solitude is pretty good. So if you're playing against like Eldrazi Energy, D&T, Cradle, maybe this is better because you have access to Solitude. So the tempo swing from Solitude is something that you can leverage, whereas... But why would you need a tempo swing in red-white when you have Amtraptor, which is just like canned tempo. I don't know. I can't really think of a reason to play this, to be honest. But here we are, playing it. 16th place, going into round 4. I think this challenge is taking slightly longer than a lot of challenges often do. I guess they get quicker as they go on because people drop. Thank you, Mishra89, for the follow. This is okay. Vile forgives all manner of sins. Channeler, okay. Channeler plus ball. Definitely going to want a white, an untapped white source here. Wow. Mills the Force, gets Delirium. Let's do this now. It's a question of whether I waste. I think I will waste. Just because I don't really want them to go cutter, make a guy this turn. It's pretty brutal if I get, like, Borrowed. Profts. Wow. That's... Wow. Okay, that does not seem good. But more power. More power to you. Alright, I have a guide. I don't really see a reason not to keep Wastelanding, so I'm going to keep Wastelanding. It's kind of fun, right? They can brainstorm, play a guy, put 3 counters on it. Draw 3 drop, that'd be good, I guess. Okay, this is what makes this deck fun to play, is these kind of turns. This is about to get pretty nuts. I think I put the counters on the Bombardiers because of Bolt. Shoot you. Keep that for the vial. So I hit you for what, 12 that turn? Alright. Game dirt. Looks like Pyroblast will be good here. Yeah, I don't really like broadsides in these kind of matchups because of days. How do I feel about everything else? Yeah, it looks good actually. You don't need 3 failures, but I think they are better than Bombardiers. It's pretty good to like blink a Starfield Shepherd in this kind of matchup. This looks good. It's not very good against Darcy specifically, but pretty good against that. I don't mind taking a few hits from a Delver. Like, it's good to save this for Murktide. Okay. Alright. So we're gonna get... They have 2 cards left. I could play the Pride here. Could play Pride, hold up Blast. I think it's gonna work better to Stoneforge. Grab a Chainsaw. And then I have the option of various things next turn. Okay, they have an Abrade, so they'll probably use that now. Ponder now, okay. Ponder in the graveyard. Trying to find a way to turn on Delirium, I guess. Okay. So your hand is a Braid. Delver. It's a lot of Delvers. I don't think I need to blast this turn. I think I'm gonna Pride. So I can start gaining life. And my aim is to chainsaw this Dragon's Rage Channeler, basically. I should actually fetch first. Just because I don't want to get my guy abraded with my fetch on the stack. If we take 6 here, yeah. 6 is a lot. Maybe it'd be better to blast. I'm kind of paranoid about a Murktide. I'm also thinking, the reason I'm waiting is because I'm thinking I will chainsaw one of these if this doesn't get delirium. Right, if for whatever reason this doesn't get delirium, I chainsaw one of these and then broadside this next turn. And keep holding the blast for the Murktide. Yeah. They will get delirium from me killing the Delver. And I think that is fine. If I draw a land, I can play Bombardiers out around days, and then as soon as the Bombardiers hits, it's pretty tricky to come back from that. I know they don't have force because I know they have a braid. So you can abrade the Pride. Are you going to Murktide now? Oh, I think that works out well for me. Yeah, that works out very well for me. Yeah, I mean, this is just an embarrassment of riches now. So I'm going to do this. Then attack. Use this. Get back Guide of Souls. And I could Wasteland. I don't really see any reason to do that. I think I'd rather have the mana next turn. Make 2 guys gain 2 energy. I'm not really sure what my opponent's supposed to do now. Yeah, too little too late, buddy. This guy's just going to run away with the game. Go to 8. Uh-huh. So I could Recruiter, get a 2-drop. The Bombardiers is much more impactful though, isn't it? Well, if I Recruiter for... no, it's just better. It's just better to do this. I want to try and be mana efficient, but this is just better. I guess if they specifically have Bolt. Even then. Hey, do you have Bolt? Okay, that's pretty good. I get to give my Vigilant Guide flying, though. Which is going to make this pretty brutal. Because, like, how do you swing past this now? It's a 5/6. It's just going to block the Channeler for free. I think I'll block here, because this one has to attack next turn. Not gonna fetch. Oh, look at swords. I think I'm just gonna grab another Ocelot Pride and gain a bunch of life. I guess I could have done that last turn, huh? Well, that was very straightforward, wasn't it? Maybe we do have a better blue-red matchup than 60. They didn't really do anything powerful in either of those games, though. They had pretty medium starts. These MH3 cards, Mr. Riggins, they are pretty good. And formal wear. I mean, formal wear is just consistently busted. It's kind of an insane Magic card, actually. I don't know. I've been saying we've all been saying that for like 3 years now. Whenever it came out, 2 years, I guess. But it is really insane. Didn't expect to have so much time in these rounds. It's a problem with playing red cards. You win too quickly. Let's buy the Cubs and play the green deck in a league. They've gone down. They've gone down. Actually peaking again, so probably a good time to buy. This is 100 tickets. Jeez Louise. How many tickets do I have? I have enough. Right. And bite the bullet on these Cubs. Formula is so unreasonable. Yeah, it's unreasonably good. Can you imagine if they printed that card in a different color? Can you imagine if they printed like a black card that did that? All right, chat. We spent the big bucks. We spent the big bucks. So I think we get to win now, right? That's how it works. It's pay to win. Let's try some mole machine. So heartless. Be so heartless. How many of these, what I'm going to call trophy leaders, are Plains players? I don't know about Little Sparrow. Blungorius is been playing Energy. Grandfather Taxes has been playing D&T. Huge Tunes, I think, has been playing Energy as well. I've been playing Energy and Taxes. It's quite a lot. This might be the best that Basic Planes has ever been. Maybe that's a bit... Maybe that's an exaggeration. But it's definitely very good right now. This looks good. Bunch of fetches. Huge Tunes is an energy gamer, I think. But not a Giganta gamer, apparently. I guess it's Badgermole Cup, huh? I could... If I play Savannah, they can go Swords Wasteland. So I guess it's in my interest to Heath for Forest. We only have 5 fetchables in this deck and 8 fetches. We might need another Forest in this deck. We probably need another Forest in this deck. Yeah, that's fine. At least it's not hitting Tifa, so it's fine. Raptor? Voice, okay. Voice is fine. So do I Cub? No, right? We just Tifa. Just Tifa. No Caracas, please, one time. Prismatic Vista, interesting. To a woman so heartless. This looks like a raptor to me. Oh, it's this thing. That's so... This thing is so bad. It's genuinely terrible. Cub, I think. So... Wait. You do it like this. And then... If I were to fetch, I would put another counter on this and then double it twice. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait. Going to hit for 4. So go. Okay, so you're going to gain some life and kill me? Because everything's going to get +2/+2, which is a lot. You're going to hit for 12. Yeah, I think I'm dead. This thing, I think, kills me. Kind of funny. Especially if you hit it. Yeah, you hit a Synth Eradicator. That's funny, man. Has haste? Okay, nice. So this is the, like, combo energy version that I think is super inconsistent, but is clearly powerful. Like, we are going to die here. They're going to hit for a lot, you know? Can I survive? I would assume no. Oh, they stacked their... Oh, no, they're doing it fine. They're doing it fine. I was going to say they stacked their triggers incorrectly, but they didn't. Yeah, that's good. Fair enough. You comboed off with Brotherhood Scribe. I did often dream of this, but I never actually had the noose to put it into practice. And you get energy from this as well. Busted. So something hits me for 9, I'm at 9, and I just die. There's no way. Okay, fair enough. I think I want my swords. I like Safekeeper. I don't like Fungus. I don't like Kino Curator. I don't like Tifa that much because of Caracas, but honestly, we may just need Tifa. Well, we don't need Bog, I guess. I don't want to go the endurance route. I don't think that's a profitable route to go down. Yeah, I think this is better than average. Yeah, we can make a very big cub with this hand. Yeah. Yeah, the issue is you can't interact with this. Is this a pending? Swords? Swords. Get rid of this, I think. Yep, you get some life, you get some guys. Ooh, Bill. I like Bill. Oh, they have a Caracas. That's fine, I can just sack again. It's very likely they can fly above my cub anyway, so I'm just gonna attack. I think we can probably kill them next turn. I haven't done the math, but... We put 2 counters. Then a third counter is 7. Then you double the number of counters. Is... 7... Is 13. Okay. And then you... Put 2 more counters. It's not quite enough to kill, unfortunately. Ooh. That's another land drop. So how many land drops do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 land drops. Okay. That must be enough. Because that is at least 12. And this one is adding... Another 5 on top of that is 17. It's not quite enough. How can it not be enough? Oh no, I think I can make it much more than that, actually. So what I need to do is I need to do this one last. need to put this on first, then Bill. Let Bill resolve. Fetch. Forest. This one, then Bill. Let Bill resolve. Crop Rot. Misty. This one on. Let Bill resolve. Fetch. I didn't actually work this out ahead of time, but I think it's enough. Because as long as I don't let the double resolve until after all the bills have resolved. Oh, did I get a forest? I got a forest. Ah, oh, no. I could have had another 2 counters here. I think it's enough anyway, right? Because this is 18, 19, 20, 21. I needed the other 2 counters. That's heartbreaking. I was supposed to get another non-basic so I could ghost quarter myself to get basic. And I would have had almost exact lethal. That's brutal, actually. Oh well. I could have put a couple of counters on here as well. I guess he doesn't have trample, so there's not much point. Oh well. I thought I had lethal there. It was close. I think I just let that resolve and then replay Bill. Seems totally fine. But I have 4 lands in play and a safekeeper, so... Okay, you take 20. I'll replay this. Go. Yeah, it's a good start. On the plus side, I get to hit for like 40 next turn. Because I get to double the counters on this with Bill. Well, I guess not, because they're going to target the Sidecat Cub to make me sack a land. That's fine. Sack this. I'm sweaty. Okay, so you get a bunch of guys. Or you just get one guy. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 toughness. I have a lot more power than that. So, yeah. Okay, a bit of a sloppy game, but we take those. Let's go again. Safekeeper definitely hard carried that game. 2 matches left. So I can Wat, green source, play Reclaimer. It's not a good hand. This Cradle sucks. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna get rid of Tifa. We'll see how we go. That is good. So is this. Ba-da-bum-ba-dum-ba-da. Voice. Well. Ooh. I really want to just play that and try and kill my opponent, even though they're like a Caracas deck. It's a terrible idea. Well, I guess I can do everything, right? I'm gonna kill this. And I'm gonna play Tifa. Because they may as well remove this. It's only Caracas that really punishes this. Pride. Please tap out. Please tap out and don't remove this. I need it. Okay. What do they hit? They hit voice? Okay. Okay, I think we win. I don't know for sure. I think we win. So... Hang on. Yeah, you have to do it this way around. So you cub... I'm not sure actually. I think it works. So you cub, play Heath, double last. I only get one counter out of the cub, actually. It's probably fine. Maybe I don't kill them actually. I don't know, the Tifa triggers go kind of nuts. Attack with Tifa. Oh, you get the Exalted as well? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No blocks? Heath. Counter. Double. Forest. Counter. Double. Yeah, look at that. 26. That's why I wanted to imagine more Covenant's deck. It's a combo card. It's a combo card. That was 26 damage on turn 3. That was turn 3. I was on the draw. Like, I don't know, I don't think the deck is good, but it's pretty scary to be like, okay, if you don't have a removal spell, you're just gonna die. Like, as soon as I play Tifa, it's very, very likely you're just going to die next turn. It's pretty fun. It's kind of interesting to think about what I'm supposed to do if my opponent doesn't tap out. I think you probably just do it anyway. It's not like I had to overextend. All I was doing is playing creatures from my hand. Yeah. So they swords it, you gain probably quite a lot of life depending on what time they swords it, and then you carry on with the game. Try and draw a crop rotation. Okay, round 5. Joel took their first loss. Sad. To the good old days. Now it's just down. She could turn back time to the good old days. Okay, against Parks. Time for some recreation. Okay, what do you think? Yeah, seems okay. Solitude's good, opening hand. It's got the wombo combo. Splinter Twin. Okay, sewers. I'm happy to lead on a fetch, yeah. Ponder. Looks like this might be blue-black tempo. Could be Doomsday, I guess. Could be Reanimator. Although there's not that many blue-black Reanimator decks running around these days. Especially not at 3-1. That deck is terrible. Double Ponder. This is starting to make me worry that it is Doomsday. I don't want to play against Doomsday. Did shuffle, though. I think I don't want any planes, but I also don't want to get wastelanded if it is tempo. Do you Stoneforge here? No. The Johnny Bomber. It's got to be. Yep, it's fine. See, now I can resolve my Stoneforge, get a pre-wall Formware, and get the Johnny back. Delta. So you have a... Okay. Osler Pride. I don't really want to play the Pride into this Bowmaster. I can also conceal the Red Splash if I want to. I could play Recruiter, just play into Days again. I don't hate that. But also not 100% sure what I want off Recruiter here. I guess... you could get a Skyclave, and then if they Kaito next turn, you have Skyclave, but... I'd rather just not get Dazed again. I think getting Form Away here puts them in a reasonably tight spot. I could also... I could play this Pride. How bad is it if it gets Bowmastered? Just means I don't have good fodder for Solitude. I'm gonna wait. Because then I can also play it next turn around Days if I'm Formal Wearing plus Priding. Push? Yeah. Tamiya. Okay. Second Solitude. Well, I guess you have to force that. Okay, you're not going to. Well, we're going to start the infinite value chain. Because after all, why not? I'm going to let them get a clue here. And probably Solitude end step. Sure. It looks like they are holding up Brainstorm. Or at least pretending to. It's a feed the cycle. Wild. Sure. Plateau. I think if they're going to give me an opportunity to remove this at sorcery speed, I should take it. Save these for Murktides or something. bad is it to attack into Bowmasters here? I'm just going to try and form away the Ajani and see what happens. Probably just force this. Sure. I could equip this, you know, but I think it's better to add him. I'll probably get the Caracas, yeah. Tamio. Goat. Lion Sash. Sure, you can daze me if you want to daze me. Yeah. Daze, okay. Yeah. So what I'm going to do now is evoke this. Exile the Bowmaster. Shoot the Tamio. I know I could do 7 damage to face, it's just not necessary. Keep Bombardiers in play. Hello, Akaleth. How's it going? Nice Brainstorm. Shame you didn't have that last time we had a Tamio in play. Concede? Brainstorm concede? Thoughtseize. Okay, so you get my Yorion. They're hanging on. They're hanging in there. Yeah, we definitely reached a nice point of this game. They did their best. They held off quite a lot. Like, we got to do a lot of stuff. That they... Why do you say you miss it? It's happening right now. Reach out. Take it. It's yours. You miss doing it? Then get on Magic Online, man. What are you doing? I could shoot. I could use Formalware there. I actually think I'm supposed to shoot with Formalware there because I no longer have a Yorion to blink the Formalware. And if I shoot, they go to 11 and they have lethal. So I think I'm supposed to shoot. Doesn't really matter though. The game had ended a while ago, I think. I actually don't like Bombardiers that much here because of days. I don't like Kraza. Yeah, this looks fine. I think Failure is marginally better than Bombardiers because of days. Curious Farm Animals is my my Lauren at home for Starfield Shepherd. The other thing you could do in this matchup is just side out Ocelot Pride because it's quite bad against Tamio and Bowmasters. That would give you 4 cuts. And you'd have to keep in Kraza, which doesn't even seem that good. So, yeah. I think it's fine. Yeah, it's the only thing I found that actually resembles a decent Shepherd target. This is good because it has Caracas for Tamio. Go. Does that mean I just wasteland you? I mean, yeah. To be honest. I've got... This is 2 planes. Or, like, at least 1 planes, so... We don't usually do this against tempo, but why not? Honestly. Okay, they did have a land. The pause there was like, oh. No Stifle? Okay. I think they have a push. That's fine. If they're going to play 3 lands and no cantrips, it's unlikely they're going to have a 4th land, surely. I was deceived. I was deceived. It's fine. Okay, now I kind of regret wastelanding them. Stoneforge. You can daze that if you want to daze it. That's crazy, what, them having a 4th land? Or me wastelanding them? Is this the classic tempo game where you wasteland them twice and then lose to wasteland? Because that's what it's starting to look like. Like, I have to get planes at this now. I don't like want to play another 2-drop because they don't want to just get wastelanded again. Not even one of them is a fetch. Yeah, exactly. Nice mana base. Thanks. I designed it myself. I mean, Harry, you can't be that confused. Like, you could just look at the deck list and you'll see all of the shitters as you put it. This is actually the basement of my... Well, this is the basement of the house I am living in, Jared. Okay, so now what? Just play out some stuff. Oh yeah, nice. Nice red elemental boss. Nice Canadian basement. You gonna force this? Okay. You have a daze? You have another Bowmaster? 3rd Bowmaster would be kind of a disaster here. Sure. It's kind of annoying. Yep. So you have 1 card in hand. It's not a Bowmaster. Ugh. So I definitely... Those wastelands really did backfire. You should just never wasteland tempo. I'm gonna do something slightly risky here. Okay, they're not gonna fall for it. It's fine. Okay, go. I don't want to get dazed, so I'm gonna do this now. Yeah, sure. I'll take 2. You gonna Kaito me? That'll be pretty brutal. Yep, that's fine. Land? Close. Close to a land. I should not have done this now, because now my Solitude can get dazed. Oh, no, it can't. What am I talking about? I'm all good. With both, or keep 1 back to block the army? Yeah, I think so. Push. Okay. Am I supposed to Solitude this token? I'm gonna go to... No, because I can hold back the Bowmaster. So I'm gonna go to like 4 lowest, and then I can perform away. I think that's fine. I think we can hold the Solitude. Yeah. So I can do this. I guess it's brutal if you Kaito now. Do you know your top card? No. If you Kaito, I take 5, I go to 2, and then you can Bowmaster me. Oh, good lord. Can I win? Can I win just with Formalware? So if I Solitude, I Formalware back. It's just so bad if they have days on my Formalware. I think I have to let this through. Okay. Okay, I'm pretty glad I didn't solid shoot there. that would have been a bit of a disaster. Okay, who's coming back with formal wear? Probably Stoneforge for second formal wear, right? This goes wrong if they have, I guess, a removal spell. They put me to 1. Oh my god. So now I'm at 1. Can't fetch. Realistically, I have to get back Pride now. Maybe I'm supposed to get a Johnny for that exact reason. Because it plays around a removal spell. You draw Bowmaster. Brainstorm into Bowmaster. That's not very good. You only see 1 more card. It has to be push, and you've used 3 pushes. It has to be exact. You've used all 4 pushes. Okay. You've used all 4 pushes. Alright, we should be good now. We should be Gucci. Get rid of this. Alright, that was a bit of a hairy... That was a much hairier game than I think it had any right to be. It looked very good for a long time, and then it started looking a lot less good. Sure. I guess I will be mana efficient. It's like how we've even got the split to play around therapy. So good. Alright, we're done there. Let's play some Green Machine. Counterspell plus Vindicate. Yeah, magic as Garfield intended, exactly. I want an accelerant. That's technically... That's technically now true. This cradle's really bad. This cradle should not belong in here. This should just be a forest. I think. Third basic seems good for Ghost Quarter shenanigans. No interaction, please. Surveil land go. Okay. Deal. Accept. Plateau? Is Jess guy? Swords that. I guess you could... Yeah, okay. Tifa. Okay. Need to know now. Oh no, they had crackers! So rude. What is this? Is this energy again? I played round 1 against energy. Why are so many people playing energy? Who's been going around popularizing the energy deck? Who do I have to blame for this? Why are people playing good cards now? Oh, this is pretty good though. Sure. The problem I have here is I'm going to run out of fetchables because I did not build a list with enough fetchables. That's fine. I'm sure it won't cause any problems. So am I cubbing here or am I holding up Reclaimer? Probably just holding up Reclaimer. So your first turn was Tarn Sword, your second turn was Caracas Go. What are you doing over there? What's happening? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. You're a dirty cat gamer. That's fine, I guess. You can kill my Dryad Arbor. Well, guess what? I'm gonna sack it before you can kill it. I wonder if we should just Ghost Quarter that thing. We may want to Ghost Quarter that. I guess we can Ghost Quarter over and over again with Ice Till. That's actually pretty good, isn't it? Okay, let's do that. How many basics are you running? If you copy my list, you're running 2. I'm gonna play Cub. Let's get rid of this thing. I guess... Do I want to put counters on Tifa? I guess I do want to put counters on Tifa, actually. I did this in the wrong order. There's Yoops in the challenge? That's funny. The order here doesn't matter, because I'm not attacking. Oh, you only have 1 basic? That's brutal. Okay, well we backdoored into the alternate win con. Don't need this. Don't need Bog. Don't like Fungus. Let's do it. That was fun. I've never actually done that before with Ice Till. I guess I will keep this because it just has depth in it. It's a bit vulnerable to this. Well, actually it's fine. Seems fine. Alright, here's the pride. Powerful cat. Noble. That's fine. That is bad. I won't mince words. That's bad for me. Probably just dead now. I guess I can play the Tifa and hope they don't have interaction for Tifa. Pretty bad though. Because by the if they remove this, then they'll have two creatures in play. They can just kill my carb. I don't know. It's pretty bad. This situation is pretty bad. They can always just wasteland me out. Yeah. I don't have any green sources now. Red mana? Just a raptor. Johnny? Okay. Yeah, that's the end of the game. Okay. Let's try that one again. Deck might be slightly fragile. Nope. Okay, we got Safekeeper. We win. Do I need 2 cubs? Yeah, why not? 2 cubs is great. One option here is actually bottom hierarch. Play Safekeeper into cub. Into second cub. Fetch. Yeah. Because otherwise this happens. It's like, what do I do now, you know? I don't want to get wasted. I guess I'll just play a cub and say go. Johnny? 3 matches. A braid? This guy's playing my list. So rude. You dare use my own spells against me, Potter? How much removal do you have? I've had 3 removal spells. Another removal spell. I mean, I don't have anything to cast in my hand, so I will sack my lands. I will do that. Nice double stone rain. So you've had a bunch of removal spells. Interesting. Up to 1, right? That's fine. How much is it to crop here? I get a fetch. This goes up to 6. It's not that good. Well, we do 7 damage. It's quite a lot of damage over 2 turns. What's the worst that could happen? Yeah, it's probably best to do this now, actually. Let's double these. And then hopefully if I draw a land, I can double them again. Right, because I can get 2 triggers. I go to 5, 10 counters, and that would be lethal. So I think that's worth it. So land, crop rotation, Greenstone Zenith, Badgermole, Cobb are all currently lethal. Ghosts, yeah, that's a land. Yeah. They kept on top, though. Sucks. Oh, and I get my guy back. That's cool, too. Yes. Sand Scout? Even Sand Scout, powerful as she is, cannot save you now. Because I have a 6/6. So this is lethal. It's technically 13, I guess. So actually, I think it's 14. So you need to put 2 toughness behind this? You need to put 3 toughness behind this? Oh, okay. Well, you could just die. That works too. I don't mind that. Boom. So what do we play against so far? Round 1 was a quick win against Blue-Red, Delver. Round 2 was a loss to Blue-Black, Show and Tell, but it wasn't the like Juju Bean list. It was the Duel and Tell. I don't know. It was Joel. So this was 2-0. Joel.deck. This was 1-2. I actually misplayed this round. I think I could have won. This was 2-1 against Oops. Round 4 was... What did I play against in round 4? Was it another blue-red deck? This was blue-black tempo. What did I play against in round 4, chat? It was Pride? Did I play against Energy in round 4? Oh yeah, it was Mardu, wasn't it? Yeah, because they thought seized me and I didn't have anything in my hand. Oh no, that was round 1. That was round 1. It was this way around. Was that 2 or 2-1? Yeah, round 1 was against Mardu Energy, I remember now. Round 4 was against Delver. I didn't lose any of those games, but I think I lost a game to Mardu. Did I? To go back and check the VOD. I did not. So we've lost 3 games. I should not have lost. If I say should not, I did not play or board well against this blue-black show and tell deck, which I think can be excused because it's not exactly the most common matchup. Joel's also doing pretty well, so you've got good breakers here. Oh, he just took his second loss though. RIP. What happened to my other opponents? Mav. Mav is done. Mav went 0-3. Unworldly Origin. Also dropped at 1-3. Okay. Breaker's getting worse by the second. Danielikos is doing well. That's the blue-red gamer. Yeah, it was more that I brought in Deafening Silence and I should have kept in Stoneforge instead. I like swapped Stoneforge and Deafening Silence effectively, and having 5 extra removal spells for Duelist would have been much better than having Deafening Silence, when Deafening Silence doesn't actually do anything against that deck because it has 4 Emrakuls in it. Deafening Silence is really good against the like 1 Emrakul 4 stock up deck. It's very bad against the 4 Emrakul deck. So I shouldn't really think that one through. And yeah, I would have been much better off with Stoneforge. I think this metagame is one of the best metagames for Deafening Silence that I can remember. Because it's really good against blue-green Omnitel. It's quite good against Oops. And it's good against like all of the Oops plans. It's very reasonable against Mystic Forge. And it's really good against Besiege. Yeah, I would agree with that statement. It's the best it's been since Yorion happened. I mean, how long before Yorion was it printed? It was printed in what? Eldraine? Throne of Eldraine. So this is October the 4th, 2019, according to Gemini. And Ikoria April 2020. So a few months. But we didn't start playing Yorion until, what, 2021? Classic. Immortal Post. This is the article that I remember. Okay, so this was 20... Okay, so actually we started playing, or some of us started playing Yorion pretty soon after Ikoria was printed. Because by December, from April, it was known that it was the best variant. This was a great article, though. This is an immortal article. Skyclave was the big change. September 2020. Yeah, this whole thing completely passed me by because I started working in September 2020. That was when I started my first proper job at a boarding school. So I was just like completely out of Magic in late 2020. It's COVID times. Okay, we're against Jose. I don't know what Jose is playing. This is an interesting hand. I'm extremely tempted to keep this hand, but it's also very bad. Like, Chainsaw's not a card. If they're playing anything other than, like, Cradle or Eldrazi, this hand sucks. It doesn't really do anything unless I draw multiple lands. I can't even pitch these cards. Okay, I have to pitch one of my good cards. All right. This is somewhat better because it has a vial. It's not great. It's Eldrazi. It was Eldrazi. I should have kept the first hand because I had a Solitude. Okay, well, I have a 100% win rate. Yeah. Okay, we lose game one. That's fine. I have a 100% win rate against Eldrazi with this deck across 3 matches. So, this is brutal though. The turn 1 Chalice. Yeah. See, if we had that first hand with the Solitude and the 2 Recruiters to draw towards, we might have a chance here. As it is, I guess I can try and surveil a Solitude to the top and then draw a land. But yeah, this is pretty bad. It's pretty bad as well because I get to take the Failure, which is my answer to Chalice. So my hand's just not getting unlocked. Do I even keep that on top? Yeah, I think I do. So what I can do now is I can play the Sash. I don't think I'm playing around Wasteland here. I can play the Sash. Get hit to 14, eat some cards. It's a Reality Smasher, yeah. This is fine. Okay. I think I'm good. All right. We'll win the next two. I like Magus. I don't like Sash very much. I think everything else is fine. There aren't enough targets for farm animals. Cross is good against Chalice. Yeah. It's pretty hard for... Ajani is a really big problem for this deck. So... yeah. It would have been nice to make more of a game of it in game 1, but... we get to be on the play now, I guess. Sound is not great. It has the swords, though. The parlor is super awkward. I'm going to keep this because it has 1, 2, 3. I'm not particularly thrilled with it. I think I have to play this so that I can swords on 1. If they play like a 2-2. They pretty often pass on 1. Oh, hello. You're just going to play a chalice? Yeah, okay. I think I'm in the market to surveil here, because I just don't want to draw another land. I don't want that either. One thing about this list is much worse against Chalice. That's actually pretty good, that draw. They had to use a pedal to get the Chalice out, though. This is a line breaker. Okay. I think this is totally fine. Because we have a lot of ways. We have a lot of choices about how to proceed from here. Now that we made it this far, because they can be much faster than this. And we get an attack in with the Felia. The problem is we probably don't get a second attack in with the failure, because if they have a K command, it's coming at this failure. So they should probably eat Chalice now rather than try and flicker something. Because it's like tempting to go recruit a flicker, get like 2 solitudes. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get rid of this Chalice. I'm going to play the guide. I'm going to play a land. I want Caracas and swords up, I think. I could just chainsaw this, though. I could just chainsaw this. No, I want Caracas up. I want to be able to attack the failure again. So I want to disincentivize killing the failure. This looks like... is this a bounce spell? Or is this just Reality Smasher? It is a bounce spell. You're bouncing the failure. I can replay that if I want to. I think I probably will. This isn't that much damage. This is 7? Yeah, I'm going to replay failure and then chainsaw you twice. I think that is... I think I accept that. Because I even get a little bit of life out of the deal. Like... ooh. Ooh. What does that do? I can't Ajani chainsaw, otherwise I would. Chainsaw. I'm going to keep the guide back just in case. Okay, Feli was a lot better than she usually is against Eldrazi. And we still have the swords. Oh. I guess I should have used it. You have Smasher now? Yeah, okay. This is kind of scary because if I go below 7 and they have Sire, it gets really bad for me. But, yeah. I don't know. That was a very specific series of things to happen. We have a Bombardiers. Gonna Johnny. Actually, that was a mistake. I think I should have recruited for Solitude here. I think that would have been better. That's fine. Because now I have to discard a card anyway. Yeah, this wasn't correct. I think I'm getting rid of the recruiter. What happens if they play another Smasher? I go to 1. It's pretty dicey, isn't it? Can I wait? I can wait, right? I can wait. There's a situation where they go like Fleshraker. Are they going to K command? What are you going to do here? You're going to activate Ugin? Activate I? You have Sire? K command. Yeah, okay. So you're going to look for something. Yeah, that's kind of scary. Let's see what they get. Seven bottom. Oh, look at that chainsaw rev. Thought not see her. That's kind of annoying, isn't it? I guess I should have put the counters on the Felier last turn. If I did that, I'd have 8. Yeah, I don't know. Huh. This is kind of annoying. What I can do here is I can bounce. I could bounce a Johnny to pitch it to the swords. No, that's no good. Yeah. Okay. I don't think I did this game correctly, but I think we might be okay anyway. I also think maybe I was supposed to discard Bombardiers, so then if I draw formal, I have lethal. I don't know. It's kind of tricky. I think I am going to do this, though. That's a good draw. Okay. Yeah, I'm not changing anything. Alright, this is the scary game. This is the clench game, chat. This looks like a Mulagan to me. It's pretty slow. This has a Solitude and a Vial. This is good. I think you bottom the land here. You could also bottom the Vial. That's not insane. I'm going to bottom the land. Because if they go turn 1 Chalice, the Vial's pretty... Vial's a lot worse than the land. They did not go turn 1 Chalice. We did it. probably getting thought knotted here. Yeah, so I just allow this to resolve, right? You take the swords. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's not a great draw. I would like to draw something else by now. I'm gonna play this. So I top deck 2 lands, right? It's not great. If I block, you're gonna just K-Command my Ajani. Okay. Maybe I want you to do that? I don't know. You're gonna destroy my Vial? Yeah. Vial is... Maybe that's another reason not to keep Vial in this matchup. Now you dismember? Okay. Sure. Shepherd. That is interesting. I was thinking I was going to put Yorin in hand and get rid of the Thought-Knot Seer this turn. Alternatively... No, I think that is still the correct play. And then maybe next turn... That was what you wanted to do that last turn, though. Alright. Not feeling good about this game. They've still got 4 cards in their hand. They've got a lot of mana in play. Wow, they're playing Caracas now. Yeah, so here comes the Line Breaker. So I can take 7, killing this. Yeah, I have to. Realistically. Okay, that's a good draw. Well, they have a Caracas, but still, I think it's still good. I'm gonna trade, so I'm gonna take 5. Go to 8. You have 2 cards left. I can get another. I can recruit her for another Solitude. Yeah, I guess. I don't really have time for anything else. And I think I'm pitching this at Johnny. You have another Thought Knot, that would suck. You're gonna K-Command. Alright. Oh, I should have... That was really bad. Oh, never mind. They misplayed. They could have targeted one of these. And that would have been really bad for me. But they just messed it up. I'm going to Surveil first, see if I have a land on top. I do, or I can. So I could shepherd. Or I could, yeah, I could shepherd. Or I could bottom this. Keep a Johnny. What does the shepherd do, though? It just gets guide. Alternative is to bottom this, shepherd for guide, and replay shepherd. Have time for that? I'm gonna keep this on top. I'm gonna... Wait, what? How did that resolve? I did not allow that to resolve. Are you serious? Okay, well I guess you get 5 extra life then. I don't think I let that resolve. If that was in paper, I'd be calling a judge. Should be at 15 right now. Okay, you take this. Okay, so now I properly regret putting that land on top. Need to draw Solitude, and I've already used 2 of them, so I think we're just dead. What did I do wrong in this game? Mulliganed? Yeah. Alright, 4-2. 4-2. Tell someone. Yeah, I'm not sure about that match. So... One, 2... 3... 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6... 7... 1, 2, 3... 4... 5... 6, 7... Yeah, I don't think I get in. I don't think it's possible. Oh well. So yeah, I think I would not recommend this. It's fun, but I think the 60 card energy deck is just better. It's kind of funny to clown on tempo decks with all of these cards though. But your matchup spread's not that great. I'm going to call it there, I think. This one, I think, because I accidentally stopped streaming halfway through, I think it will be on YouTube as 2 videos. I think that's the easiest way. So, if you want to watch any of these back, be aware of that. Otherwise, I will bid you a good evening. And a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, because I will not be streaming over the holidays because I'm going to be away. So yeah, I'll see you in January. Bye.